Hi, welcome to this Onshape tutorial. Today we're going to look at the hole feature, and we're going to look specifically at how can you create a hole on a curved surface. So if you see this design in the bottom, left hand corner. So on the bottom we have a number of different tabs. So the one that's active at the moment here gives us a quick overview of the different challenges in this series, and you could click on any of these YouTube symbols or icons to access the YouTube tutorials. You've also got here on this tab a quick overview of the different ways you can access different resources, and this one here, for example, goes to YouTube and you get all the Onshape tutorials in one go. In this one we've got a tutorial, part studio here, where we're going to apply this hole on a curve, and then here finally we have the end result. So we can use this as reference. So in the previous tutorials you will see that when we want to place a hole we have to define its position using a point. Now that's a little bit tricky if you're applying it onto a curve, as you can see here. So if we just go through the stages of how I created this, so it's a simple extruded circle like so, and that's just been extruded up. What I've done then is I've created a plane, and that plane, if we turn it on, is tangent to that face. Now the easiest way, if you've got a model like this, is if I turn on, say, that one there, if you know the diameter of this, you halve that, so you find the radius value, and you just create an offset plane on that side like that. So you select this one here, you go into plane, you drag this, and then you obviously type in the offset that you require and then save that. So that's what I've done there. So that plane is sat on that edge there, so it's tangent to it. There is another option that we can look at as well, but that is not within the standard tools of how to create a tangent plane, but we'll look at that shortly. I've then just simply added a point on here, which is snapped to the center, and it's 25mm up. And I've done that by inserting a point and then dimensioning it. Obviously if I want to change that anytime, I could just double click on a number, change it, and then save that. So that's what we've got at the moment. And if I hide a few things, you can see that point sort of stuck to that surface there. I've then, as normal, just selected a hole, and I've typed in my desired outcome. So this one's accountable, it's going all the way through, and I've set the sizes and standards and fit on here. So it's like an M10 hole, accountable as well. So how do we do that then? So if we go over to the tutorial tab, what you see, I've already created this extrude for you and the plane, and I've created that point as well. The other way you can create a tangent plane is I've created a sketch on that top surface of the cylinder, and I've placed a point which is on that curve there. If you go into these options here, and obviously I've got loads of different options in here which I've added using custom, you should be able to find so we call it T-plane or tangent plane. If we select that, it's going to rotate this slightly. So face to apply the plane. So it's going to be this face here. And what that would do, it will automatically place a tangent plane on there, and you can confirm that. However, if you wanted the plane, if I look from above, to be tangent along here rather than that side, that's where the point comes in, because I can then use this reference point, select that, and you'll see then it's actually tangent on that side. So that's how you can control it by placing a point on that top surface. So that's two ways of creating a tangent plane. So I've already done that. I've just created a plane on this here, and I've created a point. So now we've got that, we can place the hole. So we could go up to here, we could decide on what type of hole we want. We want, say, countable. Do I want it to go blind, okay, or through, or blind last? I want to do this, say, through all. What's your standard ISO, for example? The type of hole you would require. Do you want it to be a clearance hole, so the fixing just, okay, passes through that? Do you want it to be tapped and, threaded inside? Or do you want a drill? So I'm just going to use a standard clearance, and then you decide on your size. And again, this would depend on the standard you've chosen. So I'm going to go M10, and if I change this to say M5, you'll see these options here will change as well. So, and those will update. And then I'm going to place it. So where do I want to place it? I'm going to place it on that point. And as you see, that's easily created, okay, that design there. And I can type in here the name of it. So I can say this is an M10, okay, countable. Especially if you're creating a number of different, okay, features or holes, and that one has been added there. So that's quite easy. The setting up, okay, is basically creating a plane, and then on that plane creating a point to place it. That's the hardest bit. Again, if I go into there, I can go in here and I can obviously update that as I wish, but then I'd have to update, okay, my label. If we go to this plane here, so the front one, and do a sectional view, you can then see what we've created there. So we created this counterbore where the fixing head, okay, will sit in there, and then the rest of it will pass, okay, pass through, and if we could obviously bolt, attach that to something else. And if you click on here, sectional views are good because you can then see it update, okay, live. So if I type here or change that to M12, you can obviously see this will change. If I decide, yes, I want it M12, but I want this, okay, to be slightly bigger, that's the standard, okay. But if I wanted to, if I got a specialist, okay, fixing, and I want to update that, I can. But then it will obviously go to custom because I'm creating a standard custom feature. And again, you can change obviously the size of this here, and if that needs to be, not as deep, okay, then you can change it there. And again, you can update that, and you've created that hole, okay, on the curve. Thanks for watching, and if you found this content helpful, please click like and subscribe, and also check out any other resources and videos created using the links in the description. I'll see you on the next one.